I'm just walking to Preston again to take the bus into Weymouth and then go on to Dorchester and hopefully to St Abbas. Hope it's not too late. It took me a while to get ready, but today last night I was bringing everything in, and unfortunately I left the tent fly cover outer thing, technical term, open, so the inner tent got sort of dew condensation on it because the mists came down, and today it's very misty and it's cool and it is lovely. I'm loving this. Usually I complain about the Mardy weather. I'm loving this Mardy weather after the heat wave. It's just lovely to be like 20 odd degrees and just sort of threatening rain and cold. Can have a lot more of that because I might be able to walk that bit that I wanted to walk from White Nose. Apparently it's White Knot, not White Nose. I was doing the upper class version. Yes, I think I might try that tomorrow. That's the only reason why I'm still at Yule's farm. I was going to move on days ago, but that episode where I completely fucked my legs up on day 3, was it day 2? Was a classic sort of don't do that, but I did. So yes, but there is one thing I want to talk about walking, and I think the only criticism I've got of Yule's farm, apart from the feral children, there was ones playing in the showers last night, and I've had that before with them, you know, the unsupervised kids in the showers doing the cold hot, you know, making everyone else get a cold and hot shower. Yes. And also feral dogs as well. Quite a few nice dogs, a lot of dogs, barky dogs. So you have to kind of plan your route away from the barky dogs. But the thing, and I don't want to turn this into a RantCast, but the thing is, a lot of the people who come to Harley Parks or Yule's, they come there, they drive there in really big vans to carry all their shit with them, because they have massive corrals of tents. And I can hear them saying about my old man tent, like kids going, "Oh, how could anyone sleep in that?" You know, tent privilege. But yeah, how could anyone sleep in that? It's like, they can, if you don't act like you've got to have an ensuite bathroom with everything. So, but yeah, the problem is if you ask them about anything walking, or the people that on the campsite, you know, work on the campsite, everyone, and I mean everyone, I missed the exit, drives everywhere. Not exactly everyone, but there aren't that many walkers and hikers. There's a lot of people who are sort of walking, who walk around the site, stay on the site, walk their dogs on the site, or their dogs run right on the site, and, you know, the kids on the site, stay on the site, don't go anywhere else. And that is a bit of a problem. If you ask them, like, as I did just now, where's a certain exit? There's a certain path there, because Yule's farm doesn't signpost anything, and that's one of the things that's a bit of a drag about the place, is that you, especially when I first went there, to give you a map on very disposable, very sort of, as soon as it gets a drop of water, disintegrates paper. And so I was trying to find this exit I've seen people walk into from the main path, but I've never actually seen from the other side. Turns out several people put their tents in front of it, so I walked past it twice, and then I could only find it from the other side. Just looking at the bus times. 10:45. I just missed it, I think. I just missed it. Look on the app. But yes, because the 503 comes up to the... I didn't realise this, I found this out yesterday, or a couple of days ago. There's a bus stop at the top of the caravan park, sort of holiday park, for the 503. I was getting off at the bottom of the Bowleys and walking across. There's actually a bus stop all the way near where the footpath comes in, the one I was trying to find a shortcut route to Preston. So yeah, it is, but this is the thing, you ask people who work there, they drive in, you ask people that, they have no idea. I mean, they didn't ever tell me about this path to Preston last time. I was asking them, are there any paths out off the side to the main road? Oh no, only that one. And it turns out there is loads of paths. There's one via the past the PGL, and you walk up the bus stop to the near the chapel stop at Osmington, and that's well hidden. And in fact, at the time last year, the big sign saying footpath closed, and it wasn't. Which I actually turned around. I did a bit of guerrilla walking action because it was wrong. The path was fine. But yeah, it's kind of, I think it's the one after the chapel stop. I can't remember. It's where the the village hall is. And yeah, and there's this one that I found this time to Preston. And Preston's got much more buses. So it's got this 503, it's got the 4, it's got the X54, X53, I think. Well, it's got lots of buses that go through it, and also there's some extra ones that are from the local services that are never on the apps, don't have apps, everyone, literally, there are a couple of bus companies, South West Coaches and Damay, I think it is, Dasmay. They don't have websites, they don't have apps. But they do have buses, these secret buses, local buses for local people. So yes, it's a bit of a strange one, really. I hope that's the bus. No, it's not. So yes, and the idea of actually putting your tent right in front, and I've seen a few in Newleys doing this, putting their tent right in front of a sort of a exit through a hedge, a pathway, and not a sort of a desire path. I mean, actually one of the proper ones, and you don't see it, and then you have to know it's there. It's just, you carry the map in your head because the map is on a bit of paper that's fallen apart after about 3 drops of rain. Otherwise, it's going well. No, it's going well. I mean, I'm liking the colder weather. Hope I get to Cerne not too late, because I have to go to Weymouth, get the train from Weymouth to Dorchester. Dorchester then gets the X11 bus, and that only runs like every hour or so. I say it's already about 11 o'clock, so yeesh. But I don't think this bus is coming. I think I've just missed it by a few minutes, annoyingly. Literally missed it by a couple of minutes. But anyway, so there are other buses. I now know there's other buses. When I first came here, I think I knew about the 503, and this 4 went off to somewhere which I was nearby, but I didn't know anything about Preston. Actually, that's probably the best one, and it's starting to rain, which I'm glad about. Usually I'd be moaning about that, and it's one of these things where people, I don't moan all the time. I just say this trip has been not as idyllic as the first one. Mostly because of the heat. Mostly because of, things that are out of my control, and some things that are in my control, like walking too far, too early, in hot weather. Extremely hot weather. I was talking to someone from South Africa, and I spotted that she was a Joburg accent, and she was saying how her son described it as umschlanger weather, but worse. Umschlanger weather plus, because she knew about Umschlanger Rocks, near Durban, where John's sister lives, and John grew up near there at Durban North. And I've been using that as a comparison point to the heat wave, that, it's dry heat fine, humid heat bad, and Durban is a classic example of that. But even Durban doesn't get to 40 degrees like that. So yes, but yeah, I did my party trick and said, where, she wandered up and said, where from Joburg are you? I'd already overheard in the coffee shop where she works in various bits of the farm. I hope I'm not got lost. I hope I'm not lost. This is not familiar. Crap. Exit. Okay, follow that one. But yeah, there's actually a shortcut, but I missed the shortcut, I think. But yes, so it was funny to do my party trick, and I do wonder if that's my, not exactly superpower, but yeah, because of course in holiday parks the signs are all about the drivers. What's convenient for the drivers, not convenient for me, as they're getting rained on. Where's the exit? I wonder. I might retrace my steps. But yes, this is Tim getting lost in a holiday park podcast. Huh? This is the thing, they are labyrinthine places that look, they're ticky-tacky boxes all look the same, and it's very hard to work out. If you get lost, if you wander past somewhere, you'll be never found again in a holiday park. But anyway, and the locals won't care. So, yeah, that's my rant about walking. It's just not enough people walk. Not enough people sort of do, find out about the local area. Even if they actually live here. I've gone the wrong way. Excuse me, where's the main road? There's the way to the main road here somewhere, the recycling point, I think it's called.
I've got a clue. I know you can get to the main road if you follow it round as well.
I know, but I think there is a shorter path, I've taken it.
I don't know, mate.
Okay. It's where the spa shop is. Okay. Told you. People just don't know where they are. They drive everywhere, it means they've got no concept of location, no concept of even if they're living on the Uly's farm, drive everywhere, have no concept of where things are. If you're walking, it's just down the road. What, you mean down the road that has 100 cars a minute and there's no pavement, and actually it's like 10 miles. But apart from that, yeah, just down the road. Anyway, rant over. At the risk of making this a lot longer, which I will probably, I'm just kind of thinking about what I was ranting about, the sort of moral of the story, which is that everyone seems to live in insulated, or not insulated, as Insulate Britain would tell you, bubbles. And it doesn't matter, it probably doesn't matter if you cycle actually or not, what's going on with the climate, but we can't live separately, because if you live in your own little bubbles and drive everywhere and Morning.
Morning.
Why don't we just walk down there and cut in where we are?
We can't just live in separated bubbles, because that's not good for the planet. If people drive everywhere, have no concept of their local environment, they don't really care if the footpaths are closed, they don't really care if green spaces are destroyed, because they don't go there. They'll go to the holiday park or the multiplex. They won't go to the green space down the road. So when someone wants to build on it, they'll be like, don't know, mate. And So there's interconnection, like with holiday park people not being friendly. They're not engaging. You know, not all true. A couple of people there said hello, but the majority of them don't say hello. They don't seem to be here for the beach. They don't interact. They probably stay in the holiday parks. I suspect the holiday parks are probably not owned by people. I mean, like the one in Durdle Door is owned by the same family that owns Lulworth Castle, and their lord and something. I can't remember the name at the moment. You know, it's people who don't live here and people who don't engage in the locality. They're not friendly to the locals or other visitors, and the money goes out. It doesn't stay within the community, and that is as much a green issue as much of a societal and business. And you know, people don't feel cuddly towards caravanners and mobile home people because of that sort of rudeness, but also lack of interaction means that they're not really part of the society, so you can understand it. And that's where walking can be very radical. It's where public transport can be very radical, not just for it's better for the planet, you're not driving everywhere, you know, but you're engaging with people, which I'm sometimes very bad on, but you know, I do it more than in my neurodiverse bubble, which is interesting how some dogs and people don't get that people are different, and that, oh, the weird man over there is weird because I'm not neurotypical, and that has to change as well. But it's more the fact that this interconnected nature, yeah, everyone's driving, as you can hear. The interconnected nature of stuff, travel, art, the world has to change, because the way it is not sustainable.